I want to listen to the music. Wait a minute. This is my shit. Welcome back. Welcome the frick back, dog. It's been 5 months since my last video. Yes, I still have the sock on my phone. I don't freaking care, man. I'm not buying like a mic. I'm not buying a real one. I'm like, that's just not happening. Sorry, don't care. Per usual, I have everything on my iPad. January was the longest year of my life, and I mean year seriously. That was ridiculous. Like, that was like not even fucking funny. Like, I don't even know where to begin talking about. Can we just talk about the political and economical state of the world right now? Like, this is some bullshit. The world is ending, like, truly. Well, at least it is in the United States. I don't know. I can't even begin to talk about where the United States is right now. That's just... Yep. Here we are. President Trump. So, because January was the longest year of my life, I had a lot of thoughts about how the month felt. But in particular, I feel like because the content in which the year, I guess I'm saying year, the month felt so long because of like the content of where I live, where the country is at. I didn't have time to really like enjoy the first year of, holy shit, the first month of the year. I was just so focused on what was happening within like the politics. So my January favorites list is very short because I didn't have anything to enjoy in January. I had nothing. Bitch ain't shit funny. Like, truly ain't shit funny. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't have any words to describe how dystopian it feels. I honestly feel like I'm on autopilot, but I do have some things that made the month a little bit better. Let's get freaking started, dog. First on the list is truly, and I mean this truly, being a Black woman. Like, I feel like I had recently started watching the early seasons of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and that is peak television. Like, there is nothing that will ever be able to top that, I think. It's so fucking funny, dude. It is so funny. It's like, it's a whole nother level of just like drama and comedy that we will never see again in like modern TV. It was truly authentic, and I will never forget. I would do anything to be able to watch the first few seasons again, like for the first time. That stuff is so good. And because I've been watching Atlanta for like a while, like it was like back to back I was watching the show. I had kind of picked up some mannerisms from the show. Like, you know, when like you walk out of a movie theater and you like have a new personality after, and like you change like the way that you you basically just change like the fundamental things about you. And that like literally started to happen with Housewives. Like, I was so sassy, and I was just like, dang, it feels good to like be like this again. Like, I feel I live in a predominantly white part of the United States, and sometimes the code switching like follows me home and it follows me to work, which like I guess it should, or like it does often. But I just stopped giving a fuck. Like, I was like, I'm like, this is who I'm meant to be, because I'm seeing these successful Black women talk like that in like the professional settings, and I'm like, oh hell yeah, fuck yeah. I was at work and there was a gay white man who needed me to do something, and I was like, oh yeah, like we were having friendly banter, and he said something like sassy, like, oh girl, so something along the lines, and I responded back with the same kind of tonation in my voice. And I was like, for a moment in my head, this is so fucking stupid, for a moment in my head I was like, oh, is that like, am I like homophobic? Like, am I mimicking him? wait a minute, this is my shit. I had to take a moment. Like, immediately after, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's yours. Like, Black women invented that. I like had a moment that like really just shook me to my core. That one friend that's too woke. What the hell? That was like actually ridiculous. I don't know what came over me in that moment, but I just thought that was really funny. The second thing on my list, and I feel like it's because the world is ending that I'm just so enamored with this, is I got an iPhone 4 for Christmas. I asked for an iPhone 4 and I finally got the charger for it in January. And I have not put that thing down since. I am so obsessed with my iPhone 4. Let me tell you why. Because I have always loved the like 2010 aesthetic, like Instagram baddie, like early Nicki Minaj and her career aesthetic. Like it is so peak. One, because I feel like Black people were a lot more like open to being alternative. Like that's when you had like a mix of hip hop culture and scene culture. I think they mixed really beautifully together. And you just like, you don't see that as much now. Aesthetics are so divided and like very like cut crease, and it's like quite sterile actually. But I feel like there was more of like a mix back then. And I have been so obsessed with the way that photos look on an older iPhone. I have been taking so many goddamn pictures, like it's getting ridiculous. I recently bought more storage for my phone, so I have like 2 terabytes of space that I can use to take pictures on. And I'm so excited to just fill this fucking phone up with photos. Also, I never had an iPhone when I was younger, so this is like low-key also me reliving like the life that I never had. Like I had an Android for most of my life up until around like 2020 or like 2019. I got an iPhone for the first time, and I've had one since. But I felt really left out. This is so stupid. Like I felt so left out. I have a way to recreate those photos, and I've also been listening to a lot of like pop and hip hop songs from the 2010s that I don't care what anybody says. The 2010s has the best era of music. I don't argue with your mama. I really don't give a fuck, because that was like peak music. We had vocals. We had real bridges. The songs were over 3 minutes. What is up with the 2 long minute songs? What's up with that, dog? I want to listen to the music. And I can't do that if it's only 2 minutes long. The fuck? Anyways, because I am in my second to last semester of school, I have been spending a lot of time not with friends and not enjoying my life. But part of that has allowed me to devote my time almost purely to academics and my artwork. And I feel like I am excelling in ways that I have never before like excelled. My work is becoming a little bit more complex, and I'm starting to understand my work a little bit more, because I have to do my BFA review, which is like basically the entire art staff grills you for your artwork and determines if you are fit enough to do a gallery show. So I have been working for that, and I am just like discovering so many incredible things about my artwork. It's been like hard work, but I am excelling. I feel phenomenal because I am just doing things that I never thought I'd be able to do, and I'm gonna push myself even harder next semester. I might not even be alive because I'll be so like burnt out of work, but I'm like in robot mode. Like I'm honestly surprised that I'm making this video, because I have homework that I honestly need to be doing, but I have to leave for work in like 30 minutes. So I was like, fuck it. When I sit down to do work, I have to be like in the zone. So I was like, I don't have time. I'm going to film a goddamn video, because I haven't filmed one in forever, and I kind of miss it a little bit. No makeup in the winter. I'm not doing it. I wore makeup maybe like once or twice. Maybe I really don't know how many times, but significantly less than I did in the summer or in the fall, I'm not doing it. And let me tell you why. When you got all them bundles on, you got the turtleneck, you got the hoodie, you got the hat, you got the fucking earmuffs. I'm not putting on makeup, dude. I'm not doing it. And when I say makeup, I mean like complexion products. Like I still do my eyebrows, and maybe I'll put on some mascara and a lip gloss. I'm not doing my makeup, bro. It's not happening. I'm sorry. I don't care, man. I don't care. Sue me, dude. I'm not doing it. It's honestly a hassle. And someone with dry skin, like putting on makeup in the wintertime is like a death sentence. Like it is so uncomfortable. I am someone who really enjoys doing my makeup, but I'm done. I'll start again when it gets hotter outside, which I feel like most people usually do like a lighter beat in the summer. They'll do like a full beat in the winter time because the heat isn't melting off your makeup. But I never really understood, why is your makeup melting off? I guess some people like sweat a lot on their face, but I don't really know if girls sweat that much on their face. I know like my brother sweats a lot. Like I know guys sweat a lot like on their face. Like I'm talking like dripping sweat. But I guess I understand that if you do a lighter beat because you sweat a lot in the summer, but I feel like most girls don't sweat. Like my homegirls do not sweat like that on their face. Like on their body, yeah, but like on the face, no. I don't understand where that's coming from, but I'm not doing it, and maybe you should consider not doing it also. I really hate that groundhog for saying we have 6 more weeks of winter. Bitch, you're gonna be the first thing that I barbecue when summer comes along. Yeah, you're gonna be the first one on the grill, bitch. Because the world is going to shit, I've honestly been using school as an excuse to avoid everything, and I've also been using the gym as an excuse to avoid everything. The gym has become like my sanctuary for avoiding my issues. I don't know what, I guess it's because like it's like hard to focus on anything else when you're in the gym, but like when I'm there, like I'm just focused on the pain and the gain. Like I am just so like, I'm like in the fucking zone. Like don't ask me shit, ain't shit funny. Like I'm fucking dead ass when I'm in the gym. Like it's kind of like therapeutic almost. It is really avoidant, but it feels good. I don't know. I understand why guys turn into gym rats, because you don't have to think about any of your problems when you're in the gym. I don't have to think about my homework. I don't have to think about the political and economical state of the world. I don't have to do any of that. I can just focus on isolating my muscle groups or whatever the fuck else. Speaking of the gym, this is the only product I'm going to mention in this video. I love this Saltaire deodorant. It is so good. This is not sponsored, obviously. I don't have any fucking subscribers, but that deodorant is so good. I do sweat, but not that much, honestly, on my armpits. I am not a huge armpit sweater, but I do sweat when I work out. But this deodorant, it's like an AHA deodorant. Like my skin is really sensitive on my underarms, and when I use like I used to use the Dove aerosol, like the spray, which is definitely giving me cancer, but I don't give a fuck because I cannot be stank. Like I just can't. I don't know what to tell you. I like aluminum. I like all the give me all the chemicals. I don't care. But it was giving me issues, and I was like, maybe it's the fragrance, but I honestly think it's the aluminum or something, because it would eat away at my armpits, like eat away, like so itchy, so like red, raised, bubbled skin. It was bad. It was nasty bad. And I got the Saltaire deodorant because it was the only one where I saw that black people also liked it, because, you know, black people don't play about how we smell. We don't play those fucking games. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna give this one a try. I didn't go for ones like Salt and Stone, or I didn't go for the other versions because some people said that the ones that were like a stick, left like oil marks on their deodorant. And also a lot of those have baking soda, and that will also eat away at your armpits. So I was like, I'm gonna get this one. I was worried because it was a chemical, or like what is AHA? Is that like a exfoliant of some sorts? Serum deodorant. I don't know. It's acid. So I was like, I'm a little bit nervous, but this shit works, and I'm very happy that it works, and I hope I can inspire you to buy this. Also, they only sell it in person at Target, which fuck Target, but it is cheaper than a Dove deodorant. Dove is like $14, like $19, but this is only $12 in store, but it will end up being like 20 something dollars, I think like $21 if you buy it online with like shipping and stuff. So great investment, good for the body, probably. I hope so. The last thing on this list is going to be my ability to problem solve when it comes to world issues and when it comes to like math. So unbeknownst to me, I took a coding class. I signed up. Okay, here's the freaking story. Before you're like, Adia, why would you do that to yourself? Wait a freaking minute, dude. I took fibers, like sewing, embroidery, all that stuff. I was crying every single day in that class because I did not understand anything that was happening. I didn't know what was happening. I was in a class with people who had already like dabbled in this medium before. I've literally never sewed anything in my life. And I was excited to try it because fibers it's becoming like a lost art. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to keep this alive. I'm gonna do this shit. And my teacher, God bless their soul, is not a good teacher and I say teacher because they're not a professor, not a good teacher for fibers. They are really good at what they do, and I don't think that they really understand how to slow down and like teach people who have never done this before. And I kind of get it because there was only a couple other people in the class who had never done fibers before, and girl, I was in the bathroom crying like literally every single day of that class, and I was like not having it. The last day that you can drop a class without it going on your transcript was on like a Thursday or something. So on Thursday, I had the class. I was in the middle of class and I was crying in the bathroom. I was like, fuck this. I'm not taking this fucking class anymore. So I get on my phone and I look up any other like art class that I can take that will fill the credit and fill the time block for this current class, because I didn't have any extra. I can't take classes on Friday today because I have to go to work. The only other thing was a 390 class. It said expansive media. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what the fuck that means. That could be anything. That literally could be anything. Expansive media. The fuck does that mean? I was like, I don't have a choice. This is the only class that has the same time and is on the same day. So I dropped the fibers class and I pick up the 390. I've taken 390 classes before because those are 390 classes are classes that don't really have they don't have like a long course history, so it's only the 390. There's not like a 190 or like a 590. It's only the 390. It might have a 500 level class, but sometimes they don't. I was like, okay, I've taken 390 classes before and I really like them, so hopefully this will go good. Expansive media, I'm thinking maybe it's like blending medias or doing some, honestly, I had no fucking clue. I was trying to be hopeful about it. Why do I look at the syllabus and this bitch says coding, 3D modeling, 3D printing? Oh my god. I had a full-blown like meltdown. I tried asking around, and the only person who had taken the class is an op. So I wasn't really sure. Okay, I'm not going to say an op, but I don't really like this person that very much. They're being surprisingly cool this semester. So I'm like, okay, I can fuck with you. I was so scared. I look on the roster and there's some people that I know in the class. I'm like, oh, thank God. I'm not going down alone. Like, bitch, we're going to drown together. To make a long story short, the class honestly isn't even that fucking bad, but it requires a lot of problem solving, because in coding, it's a lot of problems and figuring out how to solve those problems. And I have been fucking killing it, dude. I'm putting this brain to work. You know, people say that you only use like 1% of your brain power. I don't believe in that shit, but I felt like I was using 99% of my shit. Like, I'm doing the damn thing. Okay, my project was not good at all. It was actually really bad compared to some other people's projects. I felt like I was getting emoted on because I also had technical difficulties. But I had a interesting time learning how to code. It's been interesting. So now we're moving on to 3D modeling, and it's a lot of like, you gotta really like think about the shit. And it's not really, art has always been something that came easy to me. I didn't really have to think about it a whole lot. It was my process for our work is a lot of research, and the way that I manifest my ideas just come really naturally. But this is something that I really have to think and work hard about. So it's been really refreshing doing that. Also, like a lot of critical thinking about my own work and what it like really means on a deeper level. Like I'm really reaching in like the back of my cranium to like pull out the information, you know what I'm saying? And it's been really refreshing using my brain in a way that I haven't in a long time. And also in a way that's not super scary, because usually this kind of thinking is common in math classes, and this kind of thinking is really common in math classes, and I don't do math. I don't do it. I am not good at it because I panic and cry when I can't figure out a problem. So it's just always been something that I avoided. I'm doing it, and I'm proud of myself, and hopefully I can make some cool stuff, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing. This has been the conclusion of my January favorites, or more like January tolerances, because it's been fucking crazy out here. It's been crazy out here, and I'm honestly really scared. But just know that I still have love in my heart, and if I go out, I'm gonna go out with a bang. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, I'm still gonna be lit. I'm so sorry. I've been watching baddies. I'm so sorry. I know. Ania, she like profits off of like black women and the stupid shit that they do. I know. It's inherently, it's very exploitative. I know, but stop. I'm sorry. I'm watching baddies. I was standing 10 toes down. I'm sorry. If you don't know what baddies is, do not watch it. If you do not know what baddies is, do not watch it. Okay, let me stop playing. Thank you very much for watching this video. Listening to me ramble means a lot to me. It really does. I know it's corny, but it really does mean a lot. Thank you. I really do want to start filming more, but I'm just so busy, and I see people who have like way more difficult degrees than me, and they film too. So I'm like, bitch, if they can do it, you can fucking do it. If they can do it, you can do it, ho. So I'm gonna do it. I don't care. Fuck. Thank y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all. I'm gonna fuck with you.